Welcome once again to Heart of a Shepherd. This is Proverbs chapter 12 is our study. And I've titled the devotional, The Promise and Potential of a Virtuous Woman. I invite you to open your Bible with me for this first of two video devotionals. This one from Proverbs chapter 12, the one that will follow from Proverbs chapter 13. And I've decided to make the main verse for this devotional Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 4. And I want to sum it up with this thought. Womanhood highlights both the best and worst of human character. Follow with me, Proverbs 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman, that is a woman of noble character, is a crown to her husband. She adorns him with nobility. But she, the wife, the woman that maketh ashamed, humiliates her husband, is as rottenness, literally a cancer, in his bones. Well, the poem, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, is a commonly quoted saying that highlights how a mother's character greatly influences the development of her children, a generation, and a nation's future. The influence and role of women are clear throughout the Bible, from Eve, who tempted her husband with forbidden fruit in Genesis 3, to the virtuous woman of Proverbs 31, whose children call her blessed and whose husband praiseth her, and to Mary, the Virgin Mother of Jesus, who, despite her humble beginnings, was chosen to be the mother of God's only begotten Son. Luke chapter 1. Unfortunately, our society tends to idolize women who display qualities once seen as scandalous half a century ago. And sadly, family and peers rarely recognize or praise women who demonstrate the best character traits. Indeed, a virtuous woman enhances her husband's reputation. She is a woman of godly character. She is morally upright, faithful to her husband, and earns praise from her family and friends. Proverbs 31. A virtuous wife brings out the best in her husband, and she is a source of joy and delight to her children. Proverbs 31 and verse 28. Now, a wife's character then can either uplift and empower a man or weaken and ruin him. A woman, for instance, in Proverbs 12 and verse 4, a woman that maketh ashamed is an immoral, unprincipled woman. As such a woman is to the heart of a husband what the cancer is to the body. She is as rottenness in his bones and drains her husband of strength. A closing thought for this brief devotional, and it is this. Mothers should teach and encourage their daughters to pursue virtues that will eventually earn them the praise of a husband and the admiration of their children. What a great challenge from this study. Thank you for being a part of Heart of a Shepherd, and bye-bye.